Hello there, my name is Brenda Messina and this is my video for the Encouragement Card Hop. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and my information will be below on the description. Thank you and enjoy. So I will be making a card using a Blackberry Bliss, and I will be giving you all of the colors and whatever other dimensions you will need at the bottom of this demonstration, this video. So first I'm going to start with the 8.5 by 11 inch Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to cut it to 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. I'm going to put this aside. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the Highland Heather, 2 of them, okay? 5 1/4 by 4, okay? Put that aside. Actually, I'm going to put this one inside, leave this one here, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and cut a soft suede, 5 by 4, and I'm going to lay that on top of the second piece of the Highland Heather, okay? Then I'm just going to have one piece of Very Vanilla, and that's 5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to stick that inside. So what we have, we've loosely assembled the card. Gosh, I love this Blackberry Bliss. It is a beautiful color. What I need to mention is that I know this is an encouragement card. The sentiment that I picked, I just decided that, you know, when you have a friend, sometimes they need a little bit of encouragement to let them know that you really appreciate them. So my sentiment that I picked, life is so good with friends like you. So what it says is that I want more. I want more of what you do that makes me feel good too. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of paper 3 by 1 3/4, and then I'm going to have a loosey-goosey one here of my Highland Heather. I forget what size this is. Let's take a look. This is one, you know, looks like it's 2.5 by 5. No way do I need it this big, okay? But I just cut it big because I'm going to put my sentiment in there, and I always like I like to be able to make sure I have enough room, okay? So I'm going to set this all aside, and I'm going to bring over my big kick, okay? Alrighty. I hope you can see it, but I'm sure you know what it looks like. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut my die, and remember I'm using Friend Like You, and the die set is Friendly Silhouettes. I love this one. That looks perfect. Perfect. Thank you. All right. This comes out very easily. Okay. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to stick this back in my magnetic little container that my dear friend Gwen told me about and then purchased it for me. So again, life is so good with Gwen. Alrighty, so now that we have that done, I'm going to take the one of the Highland Heather that I'm going to use for my sentiment. I'm going to use, I always forget to use my little buddy here, so I want to make sure I use my buddy. Yay! I did it, I remembered. I'm going to take Versamark, okay? By the way, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I am using Stampin' Up! Products. Oh, you know what? I stamped the wrong one. Okay, we're going to go. Life is good. I'm always paranoid about this, getting it just perfect. But that's the good thing about using a big piece of paper. going to sprinkle it. Gosh, I love this. Look how beautiful that looks. I mean, don't you think that's really pretty? It's like shiny. I love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm also using rectangular stitch framelits. I picked the size that I want it. And again, I'm going to bring over, I like to keep things neat and tidy. You know, it's hard to do, isn't it? My big kick again. Okay. Send it through. Send it through. Okie dokie. Put that aside. So now I have my sentiment there, and it's looking good. Next, I'm going to take my Versamark, and I'm going to place this about where I want it, which I put it like right about there. Okay. So then I know I want to use, okay, so we're just going to put this about at the top. Okay. Again, I have my Versamark. I'm just going to start here. You can put it at different heights. You can play with it however you like. Okay. Happy with that? I am. How about you? Then I'm going to take off the cattail here because I really don't feel like I need that anymore for this. And then I'm going to Versamark the bottom of this. Okay. So again, you can go a little high, a little low. You can just do whatever you feel like you'd like to see. I kind of alternate mine, but again, you don't have to. Okay. So now what you have is you have this, and it does look like it is a field of cattails, and it looks lovely. I love it. So now I'm going to take my little dabber. I love these little dabbers, and I'm going to use my crumb cake. I love one of my favorites, and I'm just going to go around the edge of my paper. So I just go around like this, and I love doing this. It gives it kind of a vintagey look, and it ties the brown, the soft suede, into this card nicely. So for me, when I was making this card, I was really thinking of the serenity that I felt growing up when I would go visit my grandparents on the eastern shore of Maryland. And I would drive there as a teenager, and just felt really at peace, especially right before my grandmother would call me for dinner. I'd be down at the water, and the sun would be going down, and I could hear the crickets, and just made me feel that way. So okie dokie. So let's take a look and see how that looks. I think it looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to work on the inside. Note, I haven't tacked anything down, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stamp for the inside. And the sentiment that I'm going to use is here's to celebrating you. There is so much to celebrate you. And I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape. Now, Gorgeous, I'm going to put it right in the middle. Okay. And then the only other thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add some dragonflies. And I think I might add these in the bottom here. Okay. Perfect. I'm loving this card. It makes me happy. And then I did have a butterfly that I'm going to use that I cut out previously. I just have like little boxes of things like this. So this is from Butterfly Gala, which I absolutely adore. And it has a punch that goes with it, which I adore too. So I just did that in my gold embossing and punched it out. Okay, so she or he is going to go somewhere up here. Now that we're all done with that, we can go ahead and assemble the card. Put down the Highland heather on the inside, and you just kind of guess at it. You will get better at this. I've gotten a lot better. Then I'm going to take my Very Vanilla, which I embossed on. I'm sorry, I didn't emboss. I used the ink Gorgeous Grape. Lovely. The inside is done. Can you see that? It is great looking. Next, I'm going to take my Highland heather that I have used with the Versamark on for my cattails. Put that on the front. And Nancy, this is for you. I'm going to use Dimension on my cattails that are waving in the air there, okay? I'm liking it. Okay, so here's my dimensionals. I'm going to flip this. I signed up for Stampin' Up under Nancy, so I'm her. She has been mentoring me, so I appreciate that. And Gwen, my friend Gwen, has taught me so much. It is so good to have good friends. Just like my sentiment that I picked, I want to acknowledge my girlfriends that support me. Gonna pop that up, and guess what? I'm gonna even pop this. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do first? I'm gonna put this down. Okay. I can you see that? I'm just gonna center it. Okay, and I'm gonna pop this up too. And just remember, life is good when you have good friends. And it's so important to acknowledge people that we love and care for in our lives. It just, it's like the icing on the cake, you know? Because they make life sweeter. So this is just a little card to show how much you appreciate them. And there you go. There you have it. I left these not glued down. I didn't use anything because I really wanted them to have the freedom of you imagining that they're just in the wind. And let's open it up. And here's to celebrating you. Life is good, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you watching my video. And take care. Oh, I know, I forgot my butterfly. So here's my little butterfly. And you know what? I usually put him over here, but I kind of like it over here today. So I'm just going to bend the wings a little bit. Okay. He is. I also want to thank my husband, who has been very supportive and is helping me with this video. I think I'm going to put it right here. How's that? Let her fly. Perfect. Thank you. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed my video.